appreciate. Thank you so much, Amisi, for that elaborate and beautiful segment of this function. Your Excellency, with much humility, I'm out with this moment to invite the leader of majority, Homa Bay County Assembly, Honorable Richard Ouma. To begin our program, I appreciate the Honorable Leader of Majority, Homa Bay County Assembly.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the Governor of Homa Bay, Honorable Gladys Nyasuna Wanga, all our partners, Mr. Speaker, all the CCMs, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon once more.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Your Excellency, mine is simple. As an assembly, when we were informed about this very many months ago, you approached us, you told us that you even wanted the show that used to be here to happen annually. But I don't know, this is just about a start. I'm just requesting that during the World Food Days, this should be our venue as a county.
Yes.
Whether it is celebrated in Nairobi, whether in Mombasa, or any other place within Kenya, let us be assembling here always, annually, as Homa Bay to promote our food security. So allow me just to introduce the honorable members of Homa Bay County Assembly. Kindly, why can't you just rise for introduction? Your Excellency, we have the chair of Agriculture Committee. I'm just requesting that we give him less than 2 minutes. He is also a son of this area, Your Excellency. Now, on behalf of all the honorable members, just allow him to say something. So the other honorable members, kindly just wave. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mheshimiwa Jango, in less than 2 minutes, you can say something as the chair.
To Your Excellency, the Governor of Homa Bay, Honorable Speaker, all protocol observed. My name is Honorable Lazarus Ojango Nyango, an MCA elected by ODM ticket, representing Central Karachuonyo Ward. And I hope the people of Central are here. Isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you. So, as an assembly, my work is to legislate matters that can promote agriculture. When we took over, we legislated a law enabling the executive to compile the data of farmers per ward. So as we stand today, we know how many farmers we have in our various wards. That is an achievement that we have accomplished as an assembly. Also, we have enacted a law that has created circles per ward. As a government, we have circles doing at ward level, and the county government has partnered with those circles, and there is subsidy of funds to promote food security in various wards. Lastly, we have also created an enabling environment by provision of subsidized seeds. In Homa Bay, partners, you should know that our governor, our able governor, has always encouraged Assembly to pass a budget to buy seeds to support our farmers. And that is going on within Homa Bay County. I want to urge partners who have come here today to continue partnering with our county government so that we can have sufficient resources to help our farmers. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, allow me to raise the areas here. We will not speak, but I'm just requesting that you wave from wherever you are. Kindly wave to the congregation. Thank you. Your Excellency, you know, we lost our party leader, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. And I'm seeing some ODM members here. I'm even seeing the ODM chair for Karachuanyo branch. Relaxeni, Your Excellency, allow me to introduce all the party officials who are in this gathering. Kindly just rise so that you wave. So mine is simple, Your Excellency. On behalf of the Assembly, I want to call upon and invite the Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Combo, to address us, then he will.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Gladys Adionya Sonawanga, our Governor. Allow me to ride on the protocol as already been established. When we were growing up, we were told that land is a major factor of production. And we didn't know, we were just appreciating because we were in class, we were learning. But as we grow, MO1, that is our former, the late President Moi, was named to be farmer #1. And during his time, he used to emphasize that agriculture is the backbone of an economy. And I remember vividly when we were in primary school, it's called what? The 4K clubs. That we were seriously learning agriculture at the formative years. So today, as I stand here and seeing what SMART is doing to the young people at that tender age, I really appreciate what they are doing. And in fact, that is what will really help our communities when it comes to the food security. Because you will recall today that when you wake up in the morning, you will see many young people are in social media from morning to evening. That energy needs to be channeled somewhere else. And I really appreciate our governor. Reason being, she has taken her time to market our 6 value chains. She has tried very hard to bring partners in this county so that our people go back to our traditional ways of agriculture. And the 6 value chains are well known. When we were walking around our farms, I saw the work that they can seriously do in our county, especially in Karachuanyo. Even the fish itself, we saw from the pond up to our tables. That one can really be done. I also remember our governor has been seriously trying, because offtake has been a major challenge. Situation where we have bumper harvest and where we now take the produce has been a challenge. And that is why we, together with the national government, they partnered to bring an industrial park where these offtake issues will be a thing of the past. But we cannot also forget the factors that also hinder agriculture for the food security, our Karachuanyo area. Number one is what we call the flood. There are areas that are being affected by flooding, a lot of it. And when we were growing up, when there were no flooding in those areas, our mothers used to do a lot of farms, and that means we were food secure. If this can also be sorted out, I think it can really help us as a people. Also training, I loved to hear today where the governor was talking about coming up with a training institution around Homa Bay County that will also train our farmers. It is something that will really help our people. Jodala wa, nyaka koro ba wa nyue gidoluo matin. Nikech andala wa kikosi kikawa. Mokwongo kamwa bede ni. Kani biro dweche ariyo adek mokadho chien kacha. Ni yudo mana kano olokore kama jopiny ne dhie mana losruok. To kawuono kinene, wane wang'uni ane ka. To neno kochiele. To neno kaka ochiel. Nyiso ni governor nigi plan maber mar loso gige agriculture county waka, mar duogo our agriculture show mondo timre maber nikech kae mano walane gige agriculture. Gino wanyalo kwayo governor ni kabe wahero mpira saidi, pap makoro dong kani uduong kabisa, embo loko beda field maber minyalo goye mipira. Awacho koso kawacho. An gadier kendo ni governor notiyo matek mwabedo gi paya ma Homa Bay. Donguseneno paya. To king'iyo mwalo ka be mano wabede gi paya kendo. Pod akwaye ni mondo owuo gi wuon Chalen. Donguneno nyako ni. Our president. Mondo mi paya makani. Mondo losi oduogi mondo traditionally Kendu ochier kaka neno dwe chiero Kendu ni. Nikech chiro dongo neno ko losu Kendu kacha. Dongo losu chiro kacha maber. Mano gima ber mabro konyowa. Cooperative movement, I heard somebody is talking about cooperative movement here today. Excellency, the governor, is one of the pioneers of cooperative movement in Homa Bay. When she came back, she woken up that giant, because we know it's a giant. When we pull our resources together and also help our people learn about cooperative movement and also help them to invest in these ventures, it will really help our people. She went ahead within this constituency alone and dispatched 7 million Kenya shillings. No me about 7 million kosok no me. So it's incumbent upon them now to work prudently with this money so that they develop that cooperative movement for the sake of our people, and it will make our people also invest in agriculture that will enhance the food security. Jodalawa, we ura wegi kanyo, to gimadwa nyisou, lit to lit ne, nikech babo nindo. To gine mawango ni no wewe lwedo maber, no wewe ni odiso, nyawangaya. Mama podi tie koso podi onge.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate him again. Another round of applause for the Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you so much. Your Excellency, allow me again to indulge in Mr. Missy Williams from FAO to take us through the next speakers. Mr. Missy, kindly. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, Homa Bay is neighbors, so we can always help each other as we go. I guess I want to just take the next step, and this will be short speeches and remarks that will be coming from the UN, the Biovision, and I think in that order, allow me to start with the RBS, the Rome-based agencies. I'm inviting the first speaker, that is also our mother and the head of FAO Tanzania and Kenya, Madam Tipo Nyabeni, to give us her remarks. A round of applause for Madam, please. Another round of applause. You know, we know how Homa Bay people do welcome people.
Gladys Wanga, Homa Bay County Governor, representative of the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, Mr. Harun Kato, my colleagues from the RBA's EFAD Country Director, Madam Mariato Kamara, the Deputy Director for WFP, Mr. Sonny Kent, colleagues from Agri-Terra, Regional Director, I recognize your presence. My daughter Charlene, I recognize your presence. The members of the Parliament and the CECs, all the participants here, my dear farmers. I said earlier we are here because of you. We do exist because of you. So I'm so appreciative that there are farmers in this room. Allow me to stand on the existing protocols if I have not mentioned all of you. But to start with, Her Excellency, I just want to pass my condolence for the passing of Honorable Raila Odinga. It was a great loss, but it also left a great legacy for this country. So we have to celebrate his life. It is an immense pleasure to be here in your midst today as we celebrate World Food Day 2025. The theme, as has been mentioned, is hand in hand for better foods and better future. And this captures great collaboration. And we have seen this morning all the partners and all the stakeholders hand in hand in the fields, in the booth, how we work together to achieve food security in Kenya, in Homa Bay, and in the Lake region. Her Excellency, I want to thank you so much for agreeing to host us for this great collaboration. We got enough support in preparing for this day today, and it is because of the strong leadership in this county. We started earlier, and it is evident in the plots that these plantations were not done only yesterday, but because there were people behind these efforts who started this plantation to showcase what they have been doing and how they have learned and what value chains they are working on. Allow me also to inform you that this year is our 80th anniversary. We have been here for 80 years. The UN has been here for 80 years. And we are here to celebrate our milestones together, but also we are here to reflect on how much we have achieved together and how much more we need to do. The statistics tells us all. We can do so much together, but we have to add more efforts to ensure that nobody goes to bed hungry, to ensure that malnutrition is no more with our children in this county and in Kenya as a whole. Another factor that we have to reflect on is the climate. We know that climate has a negative effect on agri-food system. We know that climate diminishes crop yields, livestock productivity, and potential for fisheries, as well as agriculture. And this also increased food insecurity. Given that these effects are greatest among the most vulnerable, in a way, it's a wake-up call for all of us to build the resilience of these communities through promotion of climate-smart agriculture, techniques, technologies. The World Food Day is indeed a moment to further the discussion on how best we can improve resilience of these communities, guided by the UN mantra, leave no one behind. Madam Guest of Honor, Honorable Members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, FAO is at the forefront in building the resilience of farmers to climate shocks. Among the projects that are addressing this is the Transforming Livelihoods through Climate resilient, low-carbon, sustainable agriculture value chain in the Lake Region Economic Bloc. It's long, right? It's a mouthful. But you have seen it being launched this few minutes ago, and it's called Tunza. Hongera sana for the partners, for everybody who has been part of it. But also allow me to take this opportunity to appreciate our partners and our donors. As it has been mentioned, this is with resources from the Green Climate Fund, but also Denmark has given its contribution. Thank you so much to the government of Denmark for this contribution, but we also thank the government of Kenya for having the complementary resources which will be adding and working alongside this Tunza project. We appreciate Agritera for being our partner along this journey of Tunza in the Lake Region Economic Bloc. Ladies and gentlemen, it's still within the scope of building the resilience of farming communities faced with the effects of climate change. FAO and IFAD are working with 5 county governments, Kakamega, Bungoma, Homa Bay, Migori, and Nandi, through the boosting sustainable food production in Kenya. I believe we have been through the booth in the morning, and we have seen the excellent work being done by Boost partners. The goal of this project is to boost sustainable food production through agroecological practices and access to subsidized agricultural inputs, technologies, and services to promote agroecological practices. Honorable guests of honor, to further support agriculture production, FAO, working with the government through the Ministry of Agriculture and Livelihood Development, supported by the Sweden Embassy in Kenya, has completed the development of Kenya Integrated Agriculture Information System, or known as KIAMIS, which is now being used to register farmers and ease the government support to farmers through farming inputs like fertilizers and seed. This has blended well with the Digital Land Governance Program funded by the EU and implemented in collaboration with the National Land Commission, the Council of Governors, the counties. This program has increased access to and ownership of land for agriculture production purposes in all 47 counties. To add more, I know the list is long, we have also launched another project in the Assad region, which is called Kasha, and it's also a new project addressing issues of climate change in the Assad region. And these are just few examples from what FAO is doing in partnership with the government and with our donors. And as I conclude, allow me to echo this year's World Food theme once again, hand in hand for better food and better future. Rallying call for all of us to collaborate in attaining food and nutrition security. Today is a day to learn, build networks, and synergize as coordination is key in ending hunger. Asanteni sana. I wish you a happy World Food Day and wish us a happy birthday. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Tipo. And allow me to invite the other sister agency of the Rome-based agencies of the United Nations, the country director for International Fund for Agriculture Development, Madam Maria Kamara, to come and share with us. A round of applause for Madam, please. Yeah, that's better.
That's better. Good afternoon. Her Excellency. Her Excellency. I love the sound of that. Whenever I'm in a county where we have female governors, it gives me great joy, great pleasure. So I repeat again, Her Excellency. Let's rub it in so that the men know that we are ready. I want them to know that we are ready to take the world. So today it's Her Excellency. representative from the State Department of Agriculture, members of the County Assembly of Homa Bay, sister agencies, development partners, private sector, but most importantly, the farmers of Homa Bay. It's only one agency that will organize its birthday and then ask other people to contribute. And then we all come to celebrate them. And that agency is FAO. They are very good at doing that. But happy birthday, FAO. Happy birthday. You know, I was sitting there thinking, FAO's birthday, today is we are celebrating their 80th anniversary. And we just finished talking about UN at 80. So, you know, when the UN was formed, the first thing they thought about was our stomach. How do we organize food for our communities? So FAO, you're very, very critical to the UN, and it's not something that we all take for granted. So again, FAO, happy birthday. It's really a deep honor to join you this year as we celebrate the World Food Day 2025. This year's theme, Hand in Hand for Better Food and Better Future, resonates profoundly with IFAD's own mission. It reminds us that the fight against hunger, inequality, and climate vulnerability will never be won in isolation. Never. We all have to work together. It's not about I can do it better. It's not about she can do it better. It's about us working collectively. But the question is, are we only realizing that now? We have been talking about partnerships. We've been talking about collaboration. We've been talking about how do we co-finance. But are we really doing it the right way? Are we ensuring that we have our farmers at the center of it all? So I think this is why FAO is saying, please, let us take stock of what we are doing. Let us ensure that we work hand in hand for better future of our children, for better food and for better everything. In Kenya, agriculture remains the backbone of the Kenyan economy. It is. It's employing over 70% of the rural population. Yet, for too many smallholder farmers, there is a major problem: access to finance. Access to finance is a major issue, and agriculture is expensive. There is no way you will do agriculture in the world if you don't spend money on our farmers. We have to allocate resources. We have to work with banks. They need to stop sharing a way of saying, oh, we cannot do business with agriculture because it's risky. So what? It's risky, so we need to give them money so that we stop this risky business. So today, I really want to call on all of us, to emphasize on the need of ensuring that our farmers have the required finances to run the agricultural produce. Because trust me, we can talk about hand in hand from January to December. We can talk about collaboration from January to December. But if you don't put that money in the hands of the farmer to buy the seeds, to ensure that they can produce, there is no way agriculture will grow. So really, my first call to action is to work with the banks. Let us force the banks. Let us de-risk the loans and ensure that our farmers have access to loans. In IFAD, we are putting our mouth where the money is. So we are working very closely with banks under our rural finance project. We are working with SACCOs. We are working in supporting SACCOs, ensuring that they are able to provide accessible loans. Because we know that when you work with a SACCO, you are actually working hand in hand with the farmers. So it's important that we work with SACCOs. So we are providing loans to SACCOs so that they can also on-lend to our farmers. So this is one thing that we are doing. Over the last years, we have invested a total of over $581 million in Kenya. And with that, we are leveraging over $1.2 billion in Kenya. So we're really doing well in terms of providing the access to finance. However, it's not enough. It's not enough, it's small. Kenya is a big giant of East Africa. We normally say when Nigeria sneezes in West Africa catches cold. So it's the same thing with Kenya. When Kenya sneezes, East Africa catches cold. So East Africa is a giant Kenya is a giant of East Africa. We cannot afford to be doing small things. So Your Excellency, my challenge to all of us here today is that we should think big. We should stop doing this small $100,000 project, $50,000 project. We should be doing $500 million project for Kenya. And we should ensure that the money gets into the hands of the farmers, not on operational costs, on buying big cars here and there. And this one, I'm speaking as an African. Let us ensure that whatever resources we bring to Kenya, it gets into the hands of the farmers. Because if we don't do that, they will not be able to feed us. We are all here because we ate this morning. I am sure if we did not have breakfast in our various homes this morning, we will not be here. So as you had your breakfast, it's important that you think about the farmer. So we say, God bless the farmer who made it possible for us to be here today. Partnership is very, very critical and it's immense. Partnership is what will drive us in moving forward. So I think really on this day of World Food Day, we need to emphasize on the need for partnership. And Your Excellency, I want to challenge all of us. If a partner comes to you, the first question you should ask is, what are the other partners doing? Which other partner are you bringing on board? Because no one person can do it alone. So with that, I want to wish all of us a happy World Food Day and to emphasize that if we don't work together, we will never succeed together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause. And we call on World Food Program, Deputy Country Director, Bwana Kent. And because of time, please, let's wrap this up.
Asante sana. Good afternoon, colleagues. Governor, CS, Excellencies, distinguished guests, colleagues and friends. As you saw, by the way, my country director is also a woman. So it's no coincidence that you actually have 3 agencies led by a woman. You have the governor, you have so many powerful women, and apparently you need women to make a real change. So congratulations on that. Today, as we gather to mark World Food Day 2025, we join millions around the globe in reaffirming our commitment to a world free from hunger. And it's actually amazing to see some success stories like today. Because, to be honest with you, 2025 has not been an easy year. If you look across the globe, it's actually been a disaster. Things are not getting better, things are getting worse. We're having more and more conflict, we're having more and more food insecurity. So it's beautiful to actually get a bit of hope today. This year's theme, Hand in Hand for Better Foods and a Better Future, is a powerful reminder that transforming our food systems is not the work of one actor alone, but it's a shared responsibility that includes governments, communities, the private sector, international organizations, and actually every individual. When I travel around this beautiful country, it often takes me to the Asals, where we serve some of the most vulnerable parts of Kenya and some of the most vulnerable people. It is clear that this country stands at a crossroad of challenge, but also opportunity. Despite progress, nearly 1 in 5 children under 5 in Kenya is stunted, and many families still struggle to access safe, nutritious, and affordable food. These are not just statistics. These are real families, they're real human beings, they are futures at stake, and a call to match ambition with action. Yet Kenya is also a land of innovation and resilience, which we, for example, see here in Homa Bay. Across the country, smallholder farmers, women and youth are pioneering new approaches to sustainable agriculture, climate adaptation and nutrition. Through partnerships between government, international organizations, and the private sector, we are seeing real progress, from improved farming techniques, cold chain solutions, to school feeding programs and local procurement that supports both livelihoods and food security. But the challenges are real. Climate shocks, floods, droughts, conflict, and economic pressure continue to contribute to what we all want to achieve. The World Food Programme and its partners remain steadfast in supporting Kenya's most vulnerable people. But we cannot do it alone. We need renewed investment, stronger collaboration, and bold policy choices that put people and planet at the center. Let us use this World Food Day to recommit, hand in hand, to building a food system that is more inclusive, more resilient, and more sustainable. Let us ensure that every Kenyan child can grow, learn, and thrive, and that no one is left behind. Together, we can turn the tide against hunger and malnutrition. Together, we can secure a brighter future in Kenya and for the world. Asantani sana. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I guess we're coming to the last part. And I'm told to share some story with Shalene and the rest of the team. You know, the speaker talked and so many of us about this ground. And I don't come from very far from here. Them see here, there is my neighbor from up. And what I know is that in 80s and 90s, if you were married to a lady from around this area, there was always caution that don't allow those ladies to go back home during August. And the reason was the Kendu ladies would not go home was because if they come back, the show that was in this ground, they would get lost. They'll never go back to their houses. Yeah, so it's a bit nostalgic to find that again, several years later, we have a wall on this and we're bringing back the show. And I think what the MCA said, Your Excellency, let's make it a culture that annually this ground gets back its glory of hosting the World Food Day. I will have a talk with the three bosses there to see if they can annually do something to make sure that that works. I guess with those remarks, and with that story, which you see all of them have said that story is true. So with that story, I wanted to invite the last of that speaker for a 1-minute conversation. It's a partner, the Biovision Trust. It's a partner in this celebration of our World Food Day. And if they are not there, are you there? All right, 1 minute, please, so that we hand over the microphone.
Thank you very much. Hudson Were from the Vision Africa Trust, and I'm honored to represent our Executive Director, Dr. David Amdavi, who could not make it to join us in this celebration. And so my role here is to deliver a message from him. Thank you. Your Excellency, Governor of Homa Bay County, Honorable Gladys Wanga, representatives from the State Department of Agriculture, representatives from the FAO, IFAD, WFP, GIZ, and other development partners, farmers and colleagues, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, it is a great honor to join you today as we commemorate the World Food Day 2025. under the theme Hand in Hand for Better Food and Better Future. This theme captures the essence of what it takes to build a resilient, inclusive and sustainable food system. It reminds us that transforming agriculture required collective effort, where farmers, researchers, policymakers, private sector actors, and consumers all work hand in hand to ensure that every household has access to safe, nutritious, and sustainably produced food. At BioVision Africa Trust, we are guided by a clear vision to alleviate poverty, improve the livelihoods of rural communities in Africa through disseminating relevant information and building the capacity of farmers and partners for ecological transformation of African agriculture and food systems. Our vision is equally inspiring: a food-secure African continent with healthy food, with a healthy people living in a healthy environment. Through our flagship programs, the Farmer Communication Program, the African Union-led Ecological Organic Agriculture Initiative, the Knowledge Center for Organic Agriculture, and the Agriculture Promotion Program, we work to make this vision a reality. The Farmer Communication Program empowers farmers through accessible, evidence-based information via the Organic Farmer Magazine, the Organic Farmer Radio, Field Outreach, and Infinite BioVision, our online platform on agroecological practices, The EOA initiative supports national and regional efforts to mainstream organic and agroecological practices into policies and markets in collaboration with the African Union and key implementing partners. The KCA program strengthens learning and knowledge exchange across countries, ensuring that successful agroecological practices are adapted and scaled, while the APP works with farmers and extension officers to promote ecological farming solutions that restore soils, conserve biodiversity, and enhance productivity. As we celebrate World Food Day here in Homa Bay, we recognize and appreciate the role the national government, county governments, and all our partners, including the FL, IFAD, and WFP, for fostering collaboration that empowers farmers and strengthens our food systems. Ladies and gentlemen, agroecology presents a pathway to a healthier, fairer, and more resilient future, one that works for people, for the planet, and for prosperity. Let us continue to invest in partnerships, innovation, and farmer-driven solutions that put nature and nutrition at the heart of agriculture. On behalf of BioVision Africa Trust, I reaffirm our commitment to working hand in hand with all stakeholders to create a future where every African can enjoy better food, better health, and a better life. That was his message, and on behalf of BioVision Africa Trust, I thank you all for your attention and continued commitment to a world free from hunger. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Africa. Thank you so much. Your Excellency, without much ado, I have the pleasure at this moment to invite Mr. Kato Rashid, the Secretary in Charge of Administration at the Ministry of Agriculture. Tumpige makofi tafadhali for coming. Thank you so much. Karibu.
Good afternoon. Where is Mr. Hamisi? This is Homa Bay. I wasn't welcomed. which talks of nothing but food. So when people don't celebrate a beautiful day like today, I begin to wonder. But let's work together on this. Your Excellency Gladys Wanga, the Governor of Homa Bay, Madam Tipo, FAO Country Representative in Kenya, Madam Mariatu Kamara, IFAT, Mr. Suni Kent, WFP, our CEO, Smart Foundation, Lady Charlene Ruto, our political leadership, so the Speaker, the members of County Assembly, members of the national government, County Assembly, all officials present, our partners, and our honorable guests, that is the farmers. Let me say again, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
I am here to represent the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Agriculture and Livestock Development, and have a speech to read on his behalf. However, before I read very fast, I want to touch a few lines. One, every speaker who has been here has spoken about working together, leaving no one behind. Doing it by action and not just by discussion. So let us stand together so that we can feed this country. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be with you today in Homa Bay County to mark this memorable occasion of the 2025 National World Food Day celebrations. As a nation, we join other countries worldwide in celebrating the World Food Day annually on 16th October to commemorate the founding of the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, that's FAO, that was launched in 1945. The day is observed in more than 150 countries all over the world, Kenya being one of them. This year's World Food Day 2025 marks FAO's 80th anniversary. The aim of this celebration is to take stock of the strides we have made towards attainment of food and nutrition security and strengthen our resolve to eradicating poverty, hunger, malnutrition, among others. The entertainers in the morning, I couldn't understand the language, but they were talking about stepping on something. Who was here that morning? How was it going? Oh, no. All right. I believe we were stepping on Satan, or who are we stepping on? All right, now let us also step on poverty, let us step on hunger, and let us step on malnutrition among Kenyans. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to thank Her Excellency the Governor of Homa Bay County for hosting, planning, coordinating this event. May I also thank FAO, the National and Homa Bay County organizing committees, and all other stakeholders who have committed their time and resources to ensure that this event is successful. Distinguished guests, the theme of this year's World Day is Hand in Hand for Better Foods and a Better Future, which highlights the importance of global solidarity, cooperation, and sustainable solutions to build a world free of hunger and malnutrition. This theme resonates with the better agenda of ensuring food security and livelihood for all Kenyans. To this end, the government, through the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, has undertaken several significant interventions in the past 3 years to support agriculture transformation and inclusive growth. These include the farmer registration. The ministry, in collaboration with the county government, has registered 7.1 million farmers through the Kenya Integrated Agricultural Management Information System, using the agripreneurs recruited by the counties. The ministry has further launched a rapid results initiative on farmer registration, targeting to register an additional 500,000 farmers to ensure that no farmer is left behind. The fertilizer subsidy program. The State Department for Agriculture is implementing a comprehensive digital fertilizer subsidy program to enhance agricultural productivity and food security. To date, the government has availed 21.3 million bags of fertilizer to farmers across the country through the subsidy program, valued at 53.25 billion, with farmer savings estimated at 100 billion. A bag of a subsidized fertilizer goes for 2,500. It's always good to remember to cushion our farmers. For the year 2025 long grain season, the government has distributed 6.9 million bags from 4.7 million bags of fertilizer at the same period last year. Food security interventions. Food availability remains top in the government development agenda. On maize, the favorable weather conditions experienced during the year 2024 and use of certified inputs resulted to farmers harvesting maize output rose to an all-time high of 67 million 90 kilogram bags in 2024, with significant drops in imports. We used to import 9.9 million bags in 2022 to 3.3 million bags in the year 2024, and we're hoping to bring this importation downwards. This year, we're expecting a bumper harvest of an estimated 70 million bags. Kudos to all the farmers who are participating in ensuring that our production goes high. The government, through the National Cereals Produce Board, has opened up stores for maize purchases at 3,500 shillings per bag. Thus, farmers are encouraged to take up the opportunity. We call upon the county governments and other relevant departments to continue supporting farmers to enhance productivity. Performance of priority value chains. Tea. The tea industry supports livelihoods of about 834,000 smallholder tea farmers and 6.5 million people directly and indirectly along the value chains across 21 tea growing counties in the country. Over the last 3 years, the tea value chain has recorded significant growth, with production rising from 535 million kilograms in 2022 to 598 million kilograms in 2024. Earnings increased from Kenya shillings 138 billion to 181.69 billion, representing a 32% increase. Payments to smallholder tea farmers increased by 4.98 per kilogram of green leaf to an average Kenya shilling 64 in 2024 from 59.02. The significant growth stems from government interventions, including the removal of VAT on locally purchased teas and tea packaging equipment, provision of 400,000 high-yielding climate-smart tea seedlings to farmers, and provision of subsidized fertilizer at a cost of 2,500 per bag. Calro has been upgraded with new equipment to research and development, alongside the establishment of scientific tea testing laboratory in Mombasa and the issuance of new licenses for construction of 6 new factories to address demand in the identified regions. In accordance with the presidential directive issued on 15th May 2025, the Kenya Development Corporation has finalized negotiations with KTDA on a provision of a 3.7 billion loan facility at a concessionary rate of 4% in order to modernize equipment and machinery in smallholder tea factories in Kenya. The loan will assist the smallholder tea factories in Kenya. The loan will assist the smallholder factories under the management of KTDA to replace aging processing machinery and equipment that are causing inefficiencies, leading to uncompetitiveness of our teas and high costs of production. The sugar sector. The sugar subsector recorded enhanced sugar production from 796,000 metric tons in 2022 to 832,000 metric tons in the year 2024, translating to a 45% increase in production. The government interventions in the sugar industry included enactment of the Sugar Act in 2024 to enhance the performance of value chain, payment of farmers' arrears for the 4 government-owned sugar factories, and introduction of 27 new sugar varieties with high sucrose content. Earlier this year, the government approved the leasing of 4 state-owned sugar mills to private sector players, that is Zoia, Mohoroni, Sony Sugar, and Chemelil, to enhance operational efficiency. We are aware the leases are working to absorb over 80% of the employees, while government has put up a plan to compensate employees who will exit agreed with the union. To further enhance the earnings by farmers, sugar companies are required to ensure that weighing machines are calibrated to address malpractices, ensure that farmers are paid on time, and to develop a 5-year investment plan to revitalize factories. For coffee, Kenya is internationally recognized for its high-quality coffee, which has consistently continued to attract high premium prices globally. The coffee subsector contributes about 0.28% of the GDP, while a significant number of Kenyans, that's about 5 million, derive their livelihood through coffee production, processing, value addition, marketing, transport, logistics. To enable Kenya retain the profitable European Union market, which accounts for 55% of our coffee, the ministry has mobilized action to ensure compliance with the European Union deforestation regulations, that's EUDR, by geomapping of coffee farms in 33 coffee-producing counties. Ladies and gentlemen, Homa Bay has high potential for agriculture and livestock production. Maize, sweet potato, sorghum, finger millet, cotton, vegetables, which we saw when we were going around through the exhibitions, largely produced here in Homa Bay. And most of what we are mentioning, Homa Bay is a first. It's leading. Congratulations to Homa Bay residents. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank the Homa Bay County government for supporting national government efforts to ensuring food security for all. Yes. To this end, Homa Bay County government, under the World-based subsidized seed project, distributed 136,000 tons of maize and sorghum seeds to 34,000 beneficiaries across the 40 wards that planted 12,000 acres of maize and 55,400 acres of sorghum, resulting into 180,000 bags of maize and 43,200 bags valued at 720 million and Kenya shillings 129 million respectively. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, to support agriculture production in the county, the national government is implementing several projects with the partnership of the county government, namely the Kenya Cereals Enhancement Climate Resilient Agricultural Livelihoods, that's a case of GRAL, National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project, Cotton Revitalization Program, and operationalization of irrigation schemes through the State Department of Water and Irrigation in collaboration with the county government. Ladies and gentlemen, I conclude, let us observe the Food Day, World Food Day 2025 as a constant reminder of the importance of access of nutritious diets. I am personally convinced that all technologies displayed here and available elsewhere will reduce hunger and malnutrition to memories of the past. I am pleased with the diversity of exhibits, services, agricultural manufactured products showcased on Kendu Bay Showground sites. We have visited these during this celebration. I urge you all to take this as a learning experience and implement as much as you can in our own farms in order to enhance food and nutrition security in Homa Bay County and Kenya at large. My dear farmers, just a reminder, as I have concluded, we have fertilizer at the price of 2,500 in all the last mile centers. Please pick your fertilizer as the rains are here with us, and let us build this country for food and nutrition security. God bless you all. God bless Kenya. Thank you very much.
Chema moko, mana sete,
I have been given the honor. Am I not lucky? Let me welcome, let me say, my governor. You are governor. The governor of Homa Bay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kato, representing the Ministry of Agriculture here today. Madam Tipo Nabeni, FAO country representative. My sister, my friend Mariato, representing IFAD, country representative of IFAD. The World Food Program, Mr. Kent. Shalene, welcome so much again to Homa Bay, and I think you want a Luo name, so we'll subject you to public. So, which name? Okay, Achola is one option. Another option? Atien. That's another option. And another option? Akeyo. So we have 3 names. So, we are mourning at the moment. So it's Achola. So will as many as of the Achola opinion say aye? Yamoi and you Shalin Walung Achola. Timuru Akini. Akeyo are there. Okay, so Achola it is. Our Speaker of the County Assembly of Homa Bay, Mr. Polycarp, our County Secretary, Professor Mook, Majority Leader, our CECs, led by our CEC who's in charge of agriculture at the moment, Dr. Lo, our MCAs, our farmers, the ODM party members who are also here. Amjambo tena. So, FAO is celebrating 80 years, and we said happy birthday. But 80 is also now a very sentimental number to us, because Baba also passed on at 80. So I'd like to, at this juncture, ask us all to rise for a moment of silence. As we remember Baba. Thank you all very much. Thank you all very, very much. In the world, in Kenya, in in Africa, and everybody who knew Baba knew him differently. But he was a great friend of this Homa Bay. He loved Homa Bay, and we loved him back. And I think he received unconditional love and support from the people of Homa Bay. And he visited us a lot, and the last time he visited us was when he came for the Devolution Conference, and Shalene mentioned that when he was in the Homa Bay stand where Shalene was exhibiting, Shalene wasn't there. So later on, Shalene came back and said, asked Baba directly to go back at the end of his speech to the Homa Bay stand. And when Baba finished and he was saying, no, now he wants to go, and I asked him, no, let's just go back and see the stand, and then we went back to other stands as well. And on that day, he wasn't in a hurry. So we went with him. After he visited the stands, I told him, he didn't like this English kizungu food. So I told him, you come, we've made some food at the lakefront for you, some traditional food. He ate. Then we went to the amphitheater. And we sat there like he wasn't in any hurry. He was telling us all manner of stories with regards to the hills and where the Luos came and where they entered and how they walked and so on and so forth. And he left only at about 6:30. We were just sitting there with him, just telling stories. Sitting on the blocks. You know, there are not chairs on the amphitheater. He was just sitting on the blocks there. And that was the last time that Baba was with us in Homa Bay. But even as we mourn Baba, we celebrate him for the things that he has brought. Before devolution, you could never see a World Food Day, you know, organized, and, you know, people coming from across the country to a town like Kendu Bay to celebrate an international event and a birthday of an international organization. So we thank Baba for devolution. And we know that because of him, our people are far much better off than they were. I wanted to pay that small tribute to Baba because it is my first official function. So it gives me great joy to welcome you all to Homa Bay County, the county of endless potential, as we host this year's National World Food Day celebrations. On behalf of the people of Homa Bay, I extend our warmest welcome to the Cabinet Secretary, Mr. Kato. You've spoken on his members of the County Assembly, our partners from across the country, of agriculture who have joined us today. Welcome to Homa Bay. Agriculture, together with our development partners, chose Homa Bay to host this important national celebration. This of innovation, resilience, and agricultural promise. It also reflects the great strides our farmers and cooperatives have made to transform agriculture into a driver of livelihood. Every year, the world pauses on this day to reflect on one unity. It is food is life. It is dignity, it is peace, and it is the foundation of for better food and a better future. Reminds us that none of us can achieve food security on our own. It takes all of us, governments, farmers, partners, and communities working together to nourish our people and sustain our planet. Here in Homa Bay, this theme comes alive through the transformation we're witnessing in the lives of our farmers. Over the past 3 years, improved access to fertilizer and certified seeds has boosted food production and household incomes across our sub-counties. Today, more than 25,000 farmers are recording higher yields, with some doubling their harvests, even under changing weather patterns. Mechanization has cut land preparation costs by nearly a third, freeing farmers resources for other needs, while irrigation and extension services have strengthened food security and resilience in our communities. The result is not just more food, but greater dignity, confidence, and opportunity for our farming families. Our partnership with the Agriculture and Food Authority has also breathed new life into the cotton industry. Through our flagship Pamba Mwandu project, cotton acreage has grown from 6,000 to 13,800 acres, giving farmers renewed hope and creating jobs in ginneries and textile enterprises. And that is, we have not brought our ginneries here yet, but the ginning that goes on out of this place. At the same time, we have become one of the leading producers of oil crops, such as sunflower, groundnuts, and soya beans, contributing directly to national efforts to reduce our dependence on imported edible oils. In livestock production, our investments are bearing fruit. We have injected 48 million shillings into dairy cooperatives and set up solar-powered milk aggregation centers that allow our farmers to store, process, and sell milk at better prices. Over 180,000 livestock have been vaccinated, while veterinary and artificial insemination services are now more accessible. In the poultry subsector, we are constructing a feed processing plant and a modern hatchery to boost local production and value addition, especially for women and youth groups who are driving small agribusiness across our wards. As the county hosts the largest portion of Lake Victoria, Homa Bay continues to lead Kenya's blue economy transformation. Our modernization of fish production through cage farming, cold chain facilities, and the new modern fish market in Homa Bay is translating into new gains, and we thank IFAD through the ABDP project for changing the program, because initially it was only supporting fish ponds. But Marietta, you came here very early in your term, and we said that we didn't want to be treated as other counties that did not have the lake, and we wanted to introduce cage farming. You quickly, went through the processes and changed and agreed that we can now support cage farming through the ABDP program, and that is now happening in Gary Beach, across our lake here, and for that we are very grateful. Makofi kwa hiyo. Beyond the economy, these efforts are preserving Lake Victoria's ecosystem and securing a sustainable livelihood for the next generation. Our broader vision, however, goes beyond production. We are building a complete agri-food ecosystem, one that connects farmers to markets, enhances value addition, and guarantees nutrition and food security. The construction of the Riwa County Aggregation and Industrial Park, which includes the Special Economic Zone, is a major milestone in that journey. Once complete, this park will serve as a one-stop hub for aggregation, processing, storage, and export, creating new markets and thousands of jobs for our youth and women. To make agriculture more climate resilient, we have launched 3 major irrigation projects: the Madundu Irrigation Project in Gwasi South, the Mikuna Project in Gwasi North, and the Wahambla Project in Homa Bay Town constituency. These schemes will ensure year-round production and end our dependence on rain-fed farming. We are also positioning Homa Bay to become part of Kenya's emerging rice belt, with plans to establish a modern rice milling plant to serve farmers in the region. We are also this year working on establishing an agricultural training center, which will be set up in Kabondo Kasipul. And alongside that will also be an aggregation center for sweet potatoes, as well as processing sweet potato pelleting machine. Today's theme reminds us that progress is not achieved in isolation. It calls for partnership, innovation, and shared responsibility. As we celebrate this year's World Food Day, I urge us all to recommit to 3 things. First, strengthen partnerships across national and county governments, the private sector, and development agencies. Second, to embrace innovation and inclusion, ensuring that science, technology, and youth-driven ideas shape the future of farming. And third, to protect our environment, because we cannot be food secure. There can be no food security without soil, water, and climate security. I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt appreciation to our farmers, the men and women whose hands feed our nation, whose resilience sustains our economy, and whose hope inspires our future. I extend sincere gratitude to our partners, FAO, WFP, IFAD, the Ministry of Agriculture, and all others for working hand in hand with us. Your collaboration and investment continue to make our county a model of agricultural transformation. So as we conclude and mark this day, 2025, let us look into the future with optimism. And I think, Marietta, you summarized it when you said there can be no agriculture without money. These farmers here, they are sitting here today, and they want to grow everything they've seen there, but they can't grow it without money. So let us look at affordable, accessible financing for our farmers, so that our farmers can be able to do what they know how to do best, and that is farm. If we take care of the financing part for them, if we take care of the risk that the banks are crying over, then the farmers will do their job, and we will be food and nutrition secure. May God bless you all for coming to Homa Bay today. Amen. And may we be a food secure, nutrition secure country moving Asanteni sana, and thank you so much. Joturwado choeche ariyo kende gidho luo. Ang'eni ne wadwaro ni waparo ni kawuono show oduogo maduong', to duogo mane chakruok. Kaluwore gi depending kaka gombo nindo ni. Kaka ne waket full show ne onge. Kora an adwa ni mondo awach ni kochakore higa manyien waduogo ASK show dala wa Kendu. Kopogore gi mano, juma manyien tarika beach tich adek waduto wabro bedo Raila Odinga Stadium Homa Bay ka watimo memorial service marwa kaka koro tich adek kochakore saa adek okinyi wante wabro bedo Raila Odinga Stadium mondo wan bende kaka jo Homa Bay wago mbaka mara gwambo gi ng'ama ne wan kaka jo Uyego kendo nyewa wacho ni chenro mane wan go mar dhi Mombasa e ODM at 20 ok wadhi ketho, wadhi dhi Gombe. Beach jochama magi be gin wante kata jopur gin jochama be gin jopur. Wabro di Mombasa e ODM at 20 celebration. Uganda wa nigi maduong' ero kamano maduong' mwanyalo gone jakom en mondo wabed jomoriwore. Wamakre kanyakla. Nikech agombo nowe wakwatimore nade? Uyiego? Omoyie ni wabed kwariwore kaka oganda. Mae makwa jiwo iye mwarido iye tuwanyalo dhi go mbele kata kakori go mbaka mar oganda to wambe wadhi ka wan gi odwa ma wantiere miluongo ni odi. Kik wabed gi luoro, kik wabed gi wasiwasi, wadhi bedo moriwore kendo wadhi ng'iyo mbele kaka oganda ka wariwore wabedo gi moradi. Party leader mane waseketo kori luongo ni Dr. Oburu Oginga. Mano koro party leader wakwadhi mbele mondo wabed kwariwore kaka oganda. Uyiego? Jumbe madala ka miluongo ni Andrew Adipo Kuome na loso kode oonge Kenya ka enoko to oro mos ne ukawo. Nyasaye ogwedhu, Nyasaye oritu. Thank you so much to all our guests. Asanteni sana and God bless us all.